Hey people, I'm going to talk about another Gundam kit I just finished building. This is the Master Grade P-Bandai Gundam MG Rinascita Alba from the series Gundam Build Fighters. This is from a side story within the source material for which Riccardo Fellini enters a Master Grade contest. For which he builds a Master Grade variant of the MG Rinascita, but in original Wing Gundam colors of navy blue, red, white, and yellow, instead of his signature yellow, red, and peachish brown. This did not show up in the anime, for which I wish it did, in some sort of OVA or something, but I gotta take it for what it is. This is P-Bandai, so this is gonna be really tough to go get. And if you're trying to track this thing down, good luck with it. Most resellers want about $300 for this particular unit. I've turned down on most scalper offers, but luckily I was able to get one of these for under $150. That aside, I'm going to talk a little more about what this kit comes with and some of the things that are going to be different between this kit and the regular release He's Gundam Rinascita. Before I get to the kit itself, here is all the spare parts that you'll probably not be using while building it. Most of this is inner frame from the 2010 Wing Gundam release. The Rinascita Alba and the regular Rinascita use the inner frame of the 2010 Wing Gundam with some modifications, so it can fit with the theme of the rest of the kit. As you can see in here, there's some inner leg, inner arms, some other miscellaneous stuff, and a piece of the Buster Rifle bottom. Also, since you'll not be using some of the original Rinascita's foot armor, as you can see in the bag, it just tells you that this Rinascita foot armor does come as extra pieces from the runners. For those who are wondering what those runners look like, here's the Gundam MG Rinascita Alba manual. They're not recycling it from the regular MG Rinascita. Here's a good look at some of the runners. I mean, all the runners you're probably going to get with the kit. There's Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, as you can see. There's Fox Runner, Echo, Delta. And then this is where they start heavily modifying that inner frame. Just look at how many pieces that you'll not be using from Golf and Hotel. The amount of parts off of that Hotel runner is gonna be a little bit insane, multiplied by 2. You can pause it to get a good look at it. Same applies for the regular Rinascita if you've built it. But that should just give you an idea. And as you can see, they're telling you not to use the foot armor off of the Juliet 2 runner. That was meant for the original Rinascita. This also comes with a Rinascita action base, if you're curious. That's what it looks like before you build it up. And some polycaps. Have a good look at it one more time. This kit does not come with water slide decals, unfortunately, for those who are scratching their heads and wondering if it does. But it does come with a sheet of sticker decals. I don't understand why this one wouldn't come with water slides, but I usually prefer these sticker decals as they're just easier to use. But for all those who are nitpicky about water slides, it's tough toenails. This comes with stickers. So you'll have to do some extra work if you want to water slide decal this entire kit. This also comes with a sheet of foil stickers. I only used the circle for the jewel in the backdrop. Luckily, it's not on the jewel, for which most kits would want you to put the correction sticker on top of it. But luckily, it's underneath the jewel. I mean, clear green part, which would then reflect as a jewel. Other things that come with this kit is, of course, this Soul Beam Saber blade. Usually they give you a regular runner with a pair of Beam Saber blades, but for this particular release, or all versions of the Rinascita that have been released, they only give you one Beam Saber, and it's on the Alpha runner, instead of just the regular runner that contains two Beam Saber blades. It also comes with the rifle attachment parts for transformation. This attaches to the part under the arm, and then you attach the rifle onto this part, and then the other half of the rifle to this part. While in bird mode, I'm not going to transform this kit, but it can be transformed without parts forming, luckily, for those wondering. But for this video, I'm not going to transform it. It also comes with the menagerie of different type of fingers and hands. For display purposes. So you got a trigger finger, a pair of trigger fingers, one for the left, one for the right. Usually they only give you one for the right, but luckily they give you one for the left and one for the right. This is standard for all Wing Gundam. Wing Gundam kits. It's starting in 2010. I know all the other Gundam Wing kits do not have those trigger fingers, but if you're purchasing the 2010 2010 release or any of the other Wing Gundams, whether it be 2010, Proto, or even the Rinascita, comes with these trigger fingers. Comes with a pair of fists, one for the left and one for the right. Comes with open palms, one for the right and one for the left. I have the left one attached. And also comes with a pair of hands to hold the beam sabers when in use, one for the left and one for the right. Now onto the kit itself, about what's the difference between this version and the other, and the regular release version. First and foremost, the colors, and second off, it doesn't come with the beam cloak that is signature to the Gundam Rinascita. So technically, it's a mix and match between the original Wing Gundam and the Rinascita. You can tell what Fellini did from the source material with the shoulder armor, which is more true to the original Wing Gundam than the EW Wing Gundam. Where it's all blocky and squarish and not so rounded. It can open up to reveal some thrusters, like the MG Rinascita. And if you can see right here, there's no place to put a beam cloak, even if you did get the regular Gundam MG Rinascita. The variable buster rifle is still the same, with the beam bayonet. Of course, you get some new foot armor, which is more true to the TV Wing Gundam, and less with the Rinascita, but you can still switch between one or the other if you really liked the Rinascita, foot armor than the Alba's foot armor. Of course, there's that foil sticker I was talking about earlier to reflect light for the green clear piece. Rinascita head. And of course, the wings are adjustable, as you can see there. Just like the 2010 Wing Gundam. As for where the beam saber is kept, it's inside the shield, which can be opened up. As such, but I'm not going to open it all the way, just because it's a hassle to get the beam saber in and out of the shield. But it is there, for those who are wondering. And this shield is identical to the regular Rinascita. Now, as proof that I have built the original Gundam Rinascita that was released way back in 2015, here he is. I know it's a bit dusty, as I built this about 4 years ago, going into 5 years ago. As you can see, variable bust rifle, the beam cloak on the shoulders for added effect. Now be aware that these are hard shell plastic beam cloaks. I wish it were a rubber type material so I don't have to be so careful with these particular pieces. But I gotta take it for what it is. Just wish they were rubber so I could manhandle it a bit more than what I gotta do with the kit as current. And of course, it's variable. With the Rinascita base, as you can see there. Now the question comes down to everybody is, do you really want to buy this particular kit? If you're a big Wing Gundam fan or a big Build Fighters fan, then I would highly recommend that you pursue this kit if you want to complete your entire collection. But be aware that this is P-Bandai, so it's going to be a lot tougher to go get than any other their version of the Wing Gundam that's not P-Bandai. But if you're just a casual person who doesn't want to break the bank, I'd skip, because most resellers want about $300 for this unit. And as I've said again, I've got this unit for less than $150 from an individual whom I will not say, to protect the individual's identity. This is one of the versions of the Wing Gundam I always wanted. I spent about a good 2 to 3 years trying to track this version down and try to get it for a good price. I finally did for when that opportunity came up. I don't think that opportunity would have come up again if I were to have done it at a later time. But if you're able to get this for under $150, go for it. Excuse me. Anyway, now that I'm done telling you all about this particular Alba kit, I'll be signing out and eating some... Excuse me. I'll be signing out and I'm gonna go make me some breakfast to eat.